and welcome again to the 53rd Head of the Charles Regatta here in Boston, Massachusetts, the biggest head race in the world. And right now today I have with me some very special guests that I'm so excited to have here on set in our studio, all the way from Ireland. Guys, please introduce yourself. Let's go with you.
Hi, I'm Shane O'Driscoll. I'm representing Skibbereen Rowing Club, and I race the lightweight men's double today. I usually race the lightweight men's pair, which I did at the World Championships.
So my story is the same as Shane's, but my name is Mark O'Donovan. Same everything, so you can pass it on to the lads.
Yeah, I'm Gary O'Donovan.
I'm Paul, and I like to party.
Woo!
Not only that, but guys, if you wouldn't mind just really quickly, tell us what you just did.
I am the stuntman.
Before that.
We raced in the championship double at the Head of the Charles there, and we finished up in second place. Was it 0.1 of a second?
Yeah, a tenth of a second.
A tenth of a second behind first.
A tenth of a second.
Yeah, the guys from
Maybe
Philadelphia, where they make the cheese.
Philadelphia guys.
Okay. And what about you guys? You guys raced today too?
Yeah, we raced. I'm not sure what position.
I don't know. We didn't win it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
we were a bit back.
A bit back?
Yeah.
How much further back than these guys?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. I actually seriously didn't see
You have to
the
give the guys credit too, like they're coming straight from a sweep, but they've been sweep rowing all year, and this is their first time sculling in months and
I mean,
months.
they had 2 hours this time, so they could only do like half the rate.
So yeah, at least we gave it our all anyway.
Yeah.
We're not
quite
gonna,
happy,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, we're not gonna cry about it.
That's good. So what rate are you going down the course
I
at?
think it was around 36. I'd say you were probably similar, right?
36?
Yeah, about 36.
I know.
40, 42.
I just got
for last
confused every
kilometre.
time when we went up to the front. Shane stayed in the middle, but I went to the side. I always wanted my left hand to go out further, so.
So how is it then jumping in a new boat, coming down this course on this river? So very windy river, it's a very, very technical course, very challenging for most people, even with coxswains.
Oh yeah, we took no notice of that. It was the sculling that was, I think, more different than the sweeping.
We
so.
steered a pretty good course because it's quite like our river in Skibbereen. We're used to that growing up all the time. We have races there, like an 8-kilometre race, once a month during the winter, and it's quite similar in that there's bins and whatnot, so we're used to that.
And Shane didn't lose a head when I came close to the bridges that time, so
good.
Yeah, so we're all good. We're happy out.
Good. And how about you guys? Kind of walk us through your race.
Yeah, I think last year was our first time racing here, and we made a exit of the course. We took a bad line coming down Powerhouse, and then coming out of Powerhouse we took another bad line. I think this year we had a much better run at it, so I suppose that's the extra years experience and practice and time on the river and learning. So we had a much better run at it, but we still managed to make a big exit at the very last bend, and I think that's where that cost us a little bit of time, but what can you do? We'll learn again for next year. Hopefully we'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what do you guys find is the most challenging part of this course? Is it just the turns? Is it the weather? Is it why do you come here to be challenged?
The bridge outside here now, this last bend by CBC is quite tough, I find, because my right eye is fairly bad and all the bylines are coming this way.
You'd be fatigued there too, though.
I'm looking over both shoulders, but Shane was driving it on.
You'll be running over, you'll be pulling hard to get around.
Yeah, you want to just see the finish line, really.
You have to try and navigate a bridge.
Yeah, and then there's a bridge.
Complex at the end.
Yeah, it didn't get in our way anyway. No one moved it there, so we're fine. We navigated it grand.
Yeah, that's good. Out here at Elliott Bridge, we see a lot of people make mistakes because they actually don't turn soon enough and they take it too wide and they either hit the bridge and they can't slingshot through the finish line or they just hit the bridge. Yeah.
There was a headwind. There's always a headwind.
There's often a headwind here and the powerhouse stretch as well. So you do get a lot of that. So how is it coming from a straight course? You guys actually just raced some 2Ks as well, so you've been on a straight course, and now you're transitioning to this, a very technical course.
So we knew about it. They told us that there's going to be bins.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Then what are you bringing it up about?
Well, we want to know how.
It clearly says it's ahead of the river. We came over here. We're going to take some bins. Yeah. No more about it.
So it's no big deal.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose the race is a little longer, so that'll make a bit of a difference, you know.
It is.
Yeah.
yeah, you just have to kind of pace yourself a little bit more. You know, the 2Ks.
See, the thing is, like, you get when you're used to 2 kilometers, like the extra distance, you'll be fierce tired altogether. And then when you're tired and your heart rate is high and you're running out of energy and you're trying to look over your shoulder to see where you're going because we don't have a coxswain, it gets pretty complicated and a bit tricky. And you know, it's very easy to go wrong at the end when you're coming around the bins, but yes, that's part of the challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so what would you guys give, I want to hear from all of you, what advice would you give to new coxswains or newer scullers that are getting on a river like this that maybe don't know how to navigate it as well? So what advice would you give them?
I'd say cut the corners tight and take as many strokes as you can.
Take as many strokes as you can?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, don't panic.
Yeah, take more strokes.
Take more strokes.
If it's not working out, yeah.
Okay, so what about you?
Yeah, I think the same, you know, like it's there's so many things to go wrong, and if something does go wrong, you can't change it, it's gone wrong already. Just try and do better coming around the next bend, or try and take the next stroke a bit better, and just, you know, keep going forward. There's no point dwelling on something if it doesn't go right.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you guys?
I'd say not to panic, and it is a long race, but I'd say break it up, you know, take quarter and get to a landmark that you know, and then move on from that, and don't look too far ahead.
Yeah, it always takes a bit of time for the boat to respond, so start turning well in advance of the corner. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And so now you've raced, you've enjoyed Boston, you're here having a good time. What do you do post-race? Do you have any post-race traditions? Do you go out and just eat and eat and eat? Do you get beer? What do you do? What's the post-race tradition?
We like to party.
I like to party. Here to you first. And what are we drinking? What's
Then I become a stuntman.
well, yeah, stunt man over here.
He loves his parkour.
It's parkour?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's hardcore parkour.
Mark does a bit of tap dancing then.
Yeah.
To celebrate.
Really? Can you show us?
Oh, the tap dance. Yeah.
I'll go for a trip.
Yeah, will you show us?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not me.
We'll
You know,
save
we
it for
probably
later.
won't fit in the camera shot if we stand up.
I mean,
You
we
would-
love to really.
We might leave it until we get a bigger camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need
All
more
right.
equipment.
So
around there.
next time,
Bigger dance
next time we're
floor.
coming
Bigger dance
prepared. Bigger dance floor.
Bigger set.
Absolutely.
Disco ball.
We have one.
A bigger one.
A bigger one. We got a bigger one next year.
Remind us we can bring our dancing shoes as well.
I will. Now that we know. So what
And our-
is
our
up next for you
retire.
guys? What do we
Next.
have coming up next?
Well, I suppose we'll try and get over this weekend now and recover and rest. The
have a
three
race
guys,
tomorrow.
The 3 guys are still racing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane are in the quad and Paul is in the
It's not
A.
over yet.
Perfect.
And then Colin and myself and Paul go to Switzerland next week and we race in the Armada Cup over there. So that'll be a bit of fun.
That's awesome.
And then we head into a winter's training.
Okay. Okay. Back in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to the wind and the rain. And we're very lucky here. We're getting sunshine. So.
Oh, it's so hot.
Oh, it's lovely.
You guys are here probably on the best weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, very unseasonal weather now.
tell us, yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
say.
This is like midsummer, like
We're very lucky.
hot without the humidity.
Yeah.
So you guys are really lucky. So what is it like at home when you're usually training? Anything like this?
Well, at the moment there's a hurricane.
Disaster.
So nothing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't get a hurricane with like 50 years, so
Did no electricity.
there's
no
trees
running water.
falling down and everything, you know. So, but generally it's, you know, during the winter it'll be bad, it'll be rain and things, but we get a nice summer, you know.
Yeah.
So nice calm weather during the summer months. So it's good that way.
What country are you living in?
I think it's pretty.
think so?
Well, mostly through the winter, like it's always kind of grey and wet and windy, but it's always rowable. It never freezes over. It never gets too snowy, so we're always able to row all year round.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just kind of grey and wet and miserable. But you know, we go on training camps to Spain and different places to try and get away from that, get a bit of sunshine.
And that's
Vitamin
true.
D, that's important.
Yeah. So you guys just also raced in Rio, and well, just raced, I guess,
Yeah,
a little
just
while ago.
raced.
But
Just back
but that's
from there.
kind of what puts you on the world stage. And so, how does it feel, kind of sitting on the starting line now, having represented your country? Like, it's not just your club, it's not just your family, it's not just your friends, it's your country.
That's fine, yeah.
I think, you know, like we've been racing internationally for Ireland at different levels since 2008, and you know, we enjoy it all the time, no matter where we finish. And you know, recently we've been getting more success, so that's even more fun. And I think it's what's the most important thing about it is that it's encouraging for more people. You know, there's the 2 of us are doing well, and the 2 guys in the pair are doing well, and the rest of our senior team are doing really well. So that gives more encouragement to the young people at home in Ireland, and it gives them more belief. So hopefully we can encourage it for future generations to come along and do pretty good.
Yeah, that's really neat. You think the same thing?
I think so, yeah. It'll give everyone at home a bit of a boost, get them to train hard, and I will take a bit of time to see, I suppose, the younger guys coming up, show another 8 years or so, but hopefully
all it takes is a little bit of belief.
Yeah, and that's true. And so, who would you say challenges you? Like when you come to these races, who are you hoping to race? Like who are you hoping to kind of, really throw down the gauntlet for?
Just whoever turns up.
Yeah, whoever
we'll take on anyone.
Yeah. We had to take on the guys from Philadelphia today, and they got the better of us, unfortunately. But we had to take on some of the best heavyweights in the world as well in the doubles, and we managed to beat a few of them. So anyone, whoever turns up, we'll race them.
That's awesome. What about you guys?
Oh yeah, same thing. Sure. Like
we were in the same race.
We're in the same race. We're racing everyone else. And we loved passing out Damier Martin and Nico, so we loved shoving it at him. When we were passing, it was great.
You were probably shouting abuse at them.
We shouted a bit of abuse, but don't tell the officials. They might not have their time off.
We won't say it.
Yeah.
Your secret's safe.
Times are out now, though.
Yeah, times are out. Yeah. Unless they're provisional.
Perfect. Well,
we did shout too much.
Well, that is awesome. So, one more thing. What else
Come up with it.
can you tell us about coming back next year? Like, I want to know why you want to come back next year. What is it that brings you to this race, to Boston? Now, what would it be, the third year in a row?
Next year will be our third year, hopefully we'll be able to get back. We'd love to come back.
Yeah. And why is that? Like, what brings you here?
I think it's just tremendous fun. The people are really nice and welcoming and make us feel at home.
But I think when we go to most regattas, it's very competitive and very serious, and you get that here. But you also get a bit of a social aspect to it, where the pressure's off, and people can go out and enjoy themselves a bit more, and you get to meet up with people from other countries and make new friends and stuff, and that's pretty fun.
Yeah, but there's no age limits or anything like that. So you've school kids and international athletes, and you've got the old guys and the master guys, and they're all doing the same race. And say earlier in the week there was a Masters 4, and the four of us teamed up with them, and we went out in the 8 just for a training spin. And people don't do that type of thing at home, so when we come over here, it's kind of great to do that and meet different people. So
do you know it ranges from 11 to 91 at this regatta?
Yeah, the youngest competitor is 11, and the oldest is 91.
It's amazing.
And 11,000 in between.
Yeah.
That's true. And so what about you guys?
I suppose I want to go back next year and do better than what I did this year, and I find maybe we'll get to know the course a little better, and
we'll do a bit of training.
Practice a little bit. But as well, I couldn't believe it coming around this last spin, the shouting and everyone cheering, and I heard my name being called. Usually say maybe a 2K race you might get that for 30 seconds, but it was right along the banks. It was incredible, really.
That's awesome. Well, it's really, really awesome to have you guys here. It's so fun to see international rowers come and just compete on this river all together from really all over the world. It's truly amazing. So thank you so much for your time, for talking to us today, and I'm really excited to see you guys race tomorrow. So thank you, good luck, and to all of you guys. Again, this is Whitney Powell, the 53rd head of the Charles Regatta in Boston, Massachusetts. We are so excited, signing off for day 1. Thank you very much.